So here we go. For when I originally came up with the idea of talking about this particular subject, I was thinking of just, it being just me talking to the people.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought, why not get you involved?
I'm the people.
You're the people. This is Pete, by the way.
Hey,
He's just some guy.
this the guy.
I saw him outside picking daisies. I said, hey, you want to come in and talk about toys? He said, sure.
I was just a vagrant on the street.
Now you're a vagrant in a room.
Not a vagrant in a room, yeah.
Okay, super. You're moving up in the world. So I wrote down a intro. So should I read the intro? How about I read the intro? Like you're not even here. But it'll be a nice segue. This is called a segue. Not the ones you ride on.
No. Right.
Okay, so
Stole my line.
the clickbait title of the video, as you've all seen already, is "The Adult Toy Collector Market is Doomed." And this is my well-written 2-page intro. The adult collector market, as we know it, is on borrowed time. Come up with something better than that. That's the note that I put in for myself, and it didn't. Why do I say that? Well, because the kids of today are not going to be nostalgic for their toys, at least not in the way we are now. Why do I say that? Because kids of today are all playing with different toys. How do I know that? First of all, you people sure do ask a lot of questions. Second of all, just think about it. What was the last big hit kids show with a huge toy line? You at home can think about that too. The most recent one I can think of was Pokemon. And that didn't even really have, it wasn't a toy line, it was a card thing in video games. And I'm not talking about shit like SpongeBob, because that was a big show. But again, no toy line. Not really. I'm sure there's SpongeBob toys, but when somebody...
Yeah, there is for the actual collector.
Actually, yeah, there are,
Yeah,
but
specific.
it wasn't a big toy craze.
No,
So,
I agree.
I mean shows with an associated collectible toy line where kids try to get every single figure, vehicle, etc. I mean, just look at the current adult collector market. What do more adults collect? Smurfs or He-Man? It's
He-Man.
Stuff
My answer is He-Man.
Stuff when you're really young doesn't tend to be what you collect when you're older. I mean, yeah, there definitely people collect Smurfs, but it's not the same thing.
No.
There hasn't been a He-Man or G.I. Joe, Transformers, any of those level toy craze for kids in over 20 years. Because of the rise of on-demand streaming services, kids are no longer all watching the same thing when they get home from school. In fact, most kids probably aren't even watching TV when they get home anymore. More than likely, they're playing video games.
True.
The enemy of toys. So more than likely, kids in the future will have nostalgia for their video games, as we do as well. But most likely it'll be almost just for video games, not their toys. When they get older and realize that being an adult sucks anal grease through a straw, the things that will remind them of a simpler time will be the games they played back when they didn't have deadlines or annoying coworkers or stupid customers to worry about. Things like Fortnite, Minecraft, Five Fingers for Freddy. And sure, those games do have toy lines that sell moderately well, but the toys aren't the main course of those meals like they were for the franchises we loved as children.
I tend to agree with most of what you're saying. I would also add that that we grew up in a very unique time. As far as toy lines with associated cartoons or comics, we were blessed and lucky because, I mean, obviously with G.I. Joe, Transformers, He-Man. So, I mean, as far as nostalgia goes, in growing up in that sort of a unique time, we had limited channel choice.
Yeah, whatever was on is what you want.
Yeah, so I totally agree that the problem with streaming services, there's competing streaming services, and each one has their own.
Everybody's watching something else.
Yeah, so there's so much choice, so that really narrows down what kids will really get attached to as a whole. So yeah, totally. That's one of the things that the main reasons is that I don't think kids will have the same nostalgic. Now, granted, there are going to be lines like Lego,
Yeah, it's all
and Hot Wheels and stuff, that kind of transcend a little bit. But as far as like, action figures,
that's what we should clarify here. This
Yeah.
is not about the toy market. This is about the
adult
adult
figures.
Yeah, the adult collector market, which
Yeah.
is mostly action figures.
Yeah.
So yes, of course, there's always going to be Hot Wheels, Barbie,
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Lego, of course. I'd put Lego in kind of a different category because it's, it's like a building toy. It's
Yeah.
just a toy.
It does have a collector market.
You can do more with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like shove them up your. Anyway, so there's going to be a market for toys. There's always going to be toys.
And there are new action figure lines that are coming out now, but they're not really designed for kids. They're more
Right.
designed for us
Yeah.
adult collectors. I've asked a lot of guys who collect and what they think, whether it's a dying market. There will always be collectors, but not to the extent and to the massive boom that there's been.
Yeah. There's gonna be an adult collector market still.
Yeah.
It's just not the way that
Won't
we
be as big as it is right now.
Yeah, like I said, the market as we know it is dead with our generation.
Yeah.
Once we're gone, I don't think there's ever gonna be a collector market like it is now. It's already slowing down as people are kind of like aging out.
Well, it's even slowing down compared to how it was through COVID, because I know guys that are selling their collections that they amassed through these 5 years since COVID. Like
Those guys were like more like, I would describe them as like fad collectors.
not true.
They're not
diehard.
really. That's why it's slowing down now, I think, more than anything.
Yeah.
But like for me, I've been collecting this since shortly after the first live action Transformers movie.
Yeah.
So this is almost
Well, that's
20
what
years ago.
that's when we started.
Yeah.
Right.
And haven't bought a new figure in I don't know how long. I think that's just me though. I don't think there's that many. Well, you're not really collecting that much anymore either.
No, the last thing that I started purchasing, but now I've actually been thinning is the classified GI Joes. I was into initially when like the line first came out. I wanted to get all of them because they're so posable. Like
They're awesome, yeah.
But the thing is, it got to the point now where they're also expensive.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
The next point,
That's
right?
what we're gonna. Should we just get into the top 10 list? We got a top 10 list.
Well, it
Doesn't like it.
we haven't gone over it yet together, but
No,
there is
that's
yeah.
part of the fun.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Top 10 reasons why the market is already even dying.
Yeah.
But top 10 reasons why it's gonna be dead as we know it, or significantly changed.
Yeah.
In no particular order.
No, I was gonna say no particular order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, I feel like that's a good one to start with. I didn't even have this one written down.
Yeah.
The cost is just exorbitant right now, especially if you live in another country, other than, I guess, they make them in Vietnam, China. If you live over there, it's probably not such a big deal. But now that there's tariffs on everything, like they were already way too expensive.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons why, and it's not that I can't afford it. It's just that it's becoming insulting. Like
in shipping fees. Yeah. Like
everything. Like even if you buy it locally, it's like it's ridiculous. Like a deluxe, like this size Transformer is like $40.
Yeah.
We're in Canada, so that's like $10.
Canada.
But it's ridiculous. So that's probably, we'll list that as number 10.
Yeah.
This is really well organized, as you can tell. Okay, so that's number 10.
Yeah.
We could probably do this in order. Number 10. Too expensive.
Too expensive.
Too expensive.
Too expensive. That's why I stopped with the classified line. Cause they started coming out. They're really cool with the vehicles and stuff. It's cool. I'd love to get all of them.
Oh God,
but they're so expensive.
Yeah, ridiculous. And the one the HasLab shit.
Yeah.
That, I'm sorry, but that is offensive.
I
You're a
got
toy company, Hasbro. Make the toys. Don't ask us to pay for it.
Yeah.
We'll pay for it at the register.
I did since we're on the topic of cost, I kind of did a bit of a cost comparison compared to when G.I. Joe, when the O-ring line came out with vehicles and all that stuff, compared to right now.
God, yeah.
The vehicles were in the $20 range.
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them, like the bigger ones, like the Tomahawk, we won't get into the flag at the aircraft. That was a higher end item. There weren't that many of those. But what we're paying for just a rinky-dink figure, like not even the classified ring, you could get a full vehicle and a couple of guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of that has to do with the cost of manufacturing.
Yeah.
The shipping, with all the taxes, duty, tariffs, all that stuff.
I think a lot of it though is they know they can get away with it,
and they are. Well, they have it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's where it kind of got insulting for me, and I was just like, I can afford it. I don't want to buy it. And, I don't want to support it. Not that I'm not saying that I want them to go out of business or anything like that. I just want them to not be so goddamn over the top greed. Like next one, number 9. Lazy designs.
Well, yeah, okay.
Lazy designs. If you want an example, I packed it away already, but I was looking I was looking at War for Cybertron Shockwave's alt mode. I'm gonna put a picture of it up there. Here. That is just the figure laying down.
Wait, is it gonna be laid down in the picture?
Yes, that's all it is.
Yeah.
War for Cybertron. Look at. I'll delete this part where I'm googling it, except for the Patreon people, because that's what you pay to see.
Yeah.
Pay to see me googling
all the extras.
Pay to see us googling things.
A few moments later.
That's his alt mode.
What is that? What is that supposed to be?
I don't know.
That's just lazy. They could cut his legs.
That's what
probably make him look like some kind of weird spaceship. Is that what that is? So that was supposed to be.
This kind of ties into the previous point, the previous number. If you're gonna rip us off, don't be giving us shitty ass alt modes like that thing. Okay, that is just terrible.
Yeah.
And it's not just Transformers. I mean, some of the other brands are guilty of it as well.
Well, if you look at the newer, shows that have come out that have some toys, like say Paw Patrol or whatever, the shit it's garbage.
Oh yeah, but that's for little kids, right?
No, I know, but I'm just saying, we were the little kids.
Yeah,
right? So
but that's more aimed at slightly younger than what we were.
I'm just using it as like the quality.
But yeah, the quality is shit. Yeah, but there's a lot. I mean, there's obviously like the G.I. Joe classified line is not one of the offenders, but their quality, they're expensive, but they're quality. But just some of the designs, it's mainly Transformers. Yeah. The alt modes are just so lazy, and some of the robot designs are even super lazy too.
Well, I would also throw in that they've come out with too many different variations.
Number 8.
Character. Number 8. Is that did I get it?
Yeah. Churning.
Yeah.
Repaints, retools, pre-tools, etc. Why do we need 5 different versions? And I'm not talking about like Seekers, like, Starscream and oh no, Starscream, obviously, like, Thundercracker, Skywarp. Yeah, you want all those. I'm talking about when you get a different colored Ironhide that wasn't in the show from like the Shattered Glass universe.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Well, no.
Like truthfully, there was a point where I was like, how many different versions of Optimus Prime are there? Like, because you have your favorite characters, right? So you want to try and get all of them.
Yeah.
But then there comes a point where I'm like,
oh yeah,
there's way too many.
Yeah.
There's no way. And like, I'm gonna have an entire shelf of just Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
Yeah. I'm selling all of my other Optimus Primes. I'm keeping one of them because the different variants, like Power Master Prime, he's laying down somewhere because I didn't bother setting him up. And then Armada Prime.
Yeah.
Like those I'll keep because they're different, but they're different characters basically.
Yeah.
But like, you just need one good Optimus Prime. And that brings us to number 7. Number 7. Sandbagging. This is one that I really hate.
Okay.
So you're telling me that in 2007, They couldn't have made a better Ironhide than Generations Ironhide.
Oh, you're gonna pop that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop that one up. There he is. I'll show you so you know. I do have this figure laying around somewhere, but I gave it to the boy because I'm not displaying this piece of crap.
Yeah.
I think it was 2007, 2009. 2009.
Okay.
Generations Ironhide. If you want to look him up yourselves and see the shit level. Like, hey, don't be running in here while we're filming. We're working, dude. We're working. I'll call you when it's your turn, okay? When you're
How many minutes?
I don't know.
Call you.
I'll call you. So,
Don't call us. We'll call you. Oh yeah.
not really the best thing. Like some
He's got a meanie.
well, I don't mind that. And he's got like a big
Because you
gut.
like those things.
Yeah. But like, this is not a complex figure.
No.
Like, they could have made that in 09. But they didn't because they want to sell you 2 or 3 more Ironhides before they give you the one that you really wanted in the first place.
Okay, but at least we'll give them that. At least they put a head on it because the original Ironhide and Ratchet had no head.
They got no head. Remember that? I know, yeah. Yeah, it was so lame. But that's what I mean by churning.
Yeah.
Like, they could make the figure that you want the first time. They don't, because they know that you'll buy it, the next one that's slightly better,
Yeah.
and then you'll buy the next one that's slightly better, and then they're finally like, oh, I guess we have to make the actual show accurate one now, because we've painted ourselves into a corner. We can't make the next one worse, because they won't buy it. So then they give you the one that you really want.
Well, and see that's the thing. Like when you and I got into the resurgence, thanks to the original Transformers movies.
Yeah.
Those original live action.
Stop
Sorry,
typing.
not the cartoon movie. When we got into those, I was excited because how many different versions could they have? Not really all that many.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, soon after that, that's when they came out with all these other lines. So
The ones that actually look.
it oversaturated the market, and to the point where I'm like, well, I don't like where there's no way to have any nostalgia for it because it's thinned it out so much. You thin the blood, like it just becomes water, and you lose the interest, and that's what it was for me.
Well, yeah, that's part. I almost stopped collecting years ago because of the sandbagging. Because I was like, stop giving us these shitty, like the Stunticons were another one where the Menasor, like that's the proper Menasor back there. Not that you can see it, but they gave us the Combiner Wars one, which was it sucked. And like I was like, it's awesome that they made a new Menasor, but why'd they make him so shitty? Like, it doesn't look like the cartoon. You want them to look Hasbro. If you're at all confused and you're not sandbagging intentionally, we want them to look like the goddamn cartoon.
And that kind of for me that goes into scale. Do we have that?
Oh,
is that in our?
That's not, but we can do that.
Because for me, when you've got the combiners,
Yeah.
and in the cartoon they're massive compared to like Optimus or whatever.
Yeah.
And you've got your human guys who like fit it, like they're the headmasters or whatever. But they have the because size is kind of limited for making these toys.
Yeah, they can't be.
They can't be too accurate scale.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean. I don't know if you can see these. I like these bigger ones. It makes sense, but that's one thing that always bothered me.
Yeah, to a degree, I can understand it. Like the cartoon Transformers, we're talking a lot about Transformers here, but it's the Transformers channel. Deal with it, G.I. Joe fans.
Hey, we'll get into that.
Whoa, wait.
Hey.
Let's not start a war. But yeah, the cartoon was notoriously bad for scale anyway. Like, how come the Constructicons are all smaller than Optimus Prime, but when they combine into Devastator, the leg is like 3 times bigger. Just the leg got like the mass changes. Yeah,
Like Megatron,
he's a big villain sound,
but he turns
in Soundwave.
but he turns into like
and in Soundwave.
Soundwave can use it. Yeah,
But that's, I mean, I'm glad they did that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
it's cool. It's still cool, but as far as toys go,
It causes some problems for the toys. Yes, that's a good point. Do you want to do one of yours?
well, I mean, truthfully, like that scaling could be 10. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
regardless, it's
numbering. I have a hard time counting.
Okay,
as is.
I already lost count.
Yeah. Well, I'm on number 6.
Okay, you go.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Non-collectors. No, let's redo this. Number 6. Toys are no longer an investment.
No.
You're not making money off toys anymore. Because non-collectors, especially since COVID, know toys are valuable.
Yeah.
But people have known this for decades.
Yeah.
So nothing gets thrown out now like it did back in the day, which caused the rarity of so many toys and comics and all that stuff. Now people are going to keep it. They're going to just put it in a box, put it in the crawl space, and hope that it appreciates.
Or they totally, or they do, and I'm guilty of it because I would buy 2. I'd buy one that I could play with, one that stayed in the box.
Yeah.
Because you always want your rented box.
Yeah.
Right?
And you got to have the one where you're doing the Lord helmet and
Oh, kiss me, Lord. Oh, what? Your helmet is so big. Your helmet's so big.
Yeah, I don't think that there's going to be there's still going to be an investment value in the old figures, the ones from then. I'm talking about new
lines,
figures,
new idea. Yeah.
people are sitting on. I looked at some of the boxed, pretty rare ones.
Yeah.
I got Punch Counter Punch from the Combiner Wars, I think it was, and I didn't open them. He just sat and I didn't open him. I didn't do it on purpose. And I thought, geez, this has got to be worth a few $100 now. It's worth like 150. It's nowhere near as much as I thought.
It's because
tons of people did that.
Well, totally. It's because the same thing happened with I remember when I can't remember the exact year. I want to say 93, 94 or whatever. Upper Deck came out with real fancy,
same thing with cars.
Hologram line, hockey. And everyone said that these are going to be worth whatever. So everyone in their went and bought them. So now they're not worth it. Yeah, saturated the market. Now they're not worth much of anything. Same with getting into some comics. There was that new Spider-Man line.
Oh, they're drawn
by Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, these are going to be worth millions.
Same with X-Men.
Yeah, they're worth $20, $50.
If that.
Everyone kept their bag version.
Yeah, and bought 4 different variant covers. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The same thing. Yeah, because that's just going to be a staple from now on of all of those industries, toys, cards, comics, because people know, the average Joe knows that there's value in these things now.
Yeah.
So nobody's throwing them out.
Yeah.
So everybody's got them. There's tons of them. There's hundreds of them, thousands of them on eBay. So supply and demand. Well, and macroeconomics.
You kind of touched into what I think might be number 5 is you can find anything online.
Yeah.
Anything.
Believe me, especially if you
let's keep it PG to the action figures though. If you're missing a piece, even from the O-ring GI Joes, all you have to do is get on the right chat.
Yeah, the wrong one.
Or the wrong one.
Cock-ring.
Or the right Facebook
GI
page.
Joe cock-ring. It'll be a cock-ring.
I thought we said
GI Joe logo.
But literally, all you have to do is put it out there, and you can get pieces that you're missing.
Are we still talking about sex?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
What?
Okay. I'm lost. But
it makes 2 of us.
Honestly, this supply and demand, you can find anything because of online markets now.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when we were growing up, if it got tossed, it was gone.
Yeah, exactly. And
eventually
create the rarity.
Yeah, and eventually, those original, there's only so much staying power, no matter how good you keep them.
Yeah,
where you won't find mint stuff anymore.
No.
But this new stuff that's coming, you don't need to because there's a million of them.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody's carefully packing them away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I only had 5.
Why did we start with 10? Because
if you only have 5, we should have started.
You can't do a top 10 list.
Top 10 list with only. You can't do a top 5 list. Well, you can, but it's not cool.
Yeah. Let's see my list here. So.
1 eternity later.
Okay, so I should have had 11.
Okay.
But, a couple of them are overlap.
What are the ones that we haven't done?
Okay, the ones that we haven't done.
Number 5.
We're on number 5.
1 eternity later.
Most of what I have is really similar, and it touches on all of those things.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah, it's a top 5 list, not a top 10 list. Sorry.
See, so my number 5, I called I didn't say non-collectors. I called them normies.
Normies, yeah, actually, I have that written in there.
You had
Didn't
like
want to insult them.
normies.
Any
The normies know, so there won't be any rarities in the toys. That's
Everybody
that's what I had as my
the
number
value.
5. My number 4 was there's so much choice that leaves no real value or attachment. The biggest thing, like I would say this is maybe a number 3, is the toy lines.
Skipping number 4.
Skipping number 4. Well, we kind of added a bunch in, but let's call this number 3 and 4.
Number something.
Number something. I was just looking at it.
One eternity later.
Oh, okay. So the big thing that helped us to really develop a real attachment to these things was it not only was it a toy line, but there was also a cartoon. There was usually a comic. There were games out. There was mass sort of marketing around each line, right?
Yeah.
That with most of what's coming out now for, say, our kids to play with, there may be a cartoon, but again, this kind of goes into there's so many different cartoons, so many different lines. There's not any one major thing, but there isn't all of those targets like the cartoon line, or comic books, graphic novels or whatever, games, like all of the other added things.
That I think you can lump this in together, and we can call it number whatever. Companies aren't allowed to sell to kids anymore, right? There's a bunch of laws now that exist. So they're not allowed to do the 3-pronged attack, where you watch the cartoon while you're reading the comic, and then they advertise during the cartoon the toy that you want to buy.
Yeah, so I mean that the advertising or lack thereof, I mean it's great because you don't have to sit through commercials, but kids don't understand that pain anymore.
No,
like it's really funny because like when I'm watching any of the stuff with my kids, you watch through a whole episode and then they're done.
Yeah.
Where we had to like sit through
2 ad breaks. And then the last one where it's just, you're like, there might be extra stuff. But sometimes once in a while there would be. Like Transformers would put sometimes the secret files of Teletran 2 after the last ad break.
Well,
just to fill up the last few minutes.
G.I. Joe with the PSAs.
Yeah. What do we got? What else do we got? We got a number 1?
I would say number 1, there isn't going to be nostalgia. Nostalgia is going to be the biggest thing.
Number 1.
What
we've been talking about the entire time.
Like honestly, that is the main big driver. For us, especially, is the nostalgia we have to these programs and toy lines and everything. For as far as action figures go, the nostalgia is not going to be there. Like the biggest telltale, the biggest thing that I can notice is if you go to these conventions, it's all dudes our age.
Oh yeah, it's all gray hairs,
right? Gray hairs. There may be some like noobs that are coming in.
Some younger people. Probably they're kids.
Well, I would say
these kids are like 20 now.
Yeah. So
they're collecting.
But that's why it's not going to keep going up. It's going to plateau, and unfortunately,
there will be, of course, like we said, there's still gonna be a collector's market. It's just gonna be, we're here right now. It's gonna be like a little bit more meow, a little bit
meow,
down meow. No, it's gonna be a big change. There's not gonna be as many stores around. Like, I'm talking years from now. Like, I mean, a lot of them are probably gonna close now because the ones that opened during COVID, those ones are gonna close because the people, those were bad collectors, right? So that's the gist of it. We're all doomed. We're gonna die, and kids aren't playing with toys anymore. It's all terrible. What are you doing? Didn't you hear anything I just told the people? You're making me look like an idiot here. Get out of your room. Don't worry, I'll beat him later.